Thermal scans and encrypted logs confirm the steel wall has officially closed around Tehran. At 2 a.m., the geopolitics of the Gulf didn't just shift, it was detonated. 13,000 elite battle-hardened Pakistani operators have vanished from their home bases, reappearing as a nuclear-backed fortress at King Abdulaziz Air Base. This isn't a drill, it's the birth of a terrifying new military axis, with JF-17. Thunders and heavy mechanized units now within breathing distance of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's regional arrogance has hit a concrete dead end. The barrels are locked, the trap is set, and for the first time in history, the Iranian regime is staring at an enemy they cannot intimidate. Is this the final checkmate? Or the spark for World War III? Nuclear-armed Pakistan has surged tens of thousands of elite troops, dozens of advanced fighter jets, and support aircraft straight into the heart of Saudi Arabia. This cross-border show of force, coordinated with lightning speed, has transformed King Abdulaziz Air Base in Saudi Arabia's strategic eastern province into an impenetrable fortress overnight. 13,000 battle-hardened Pakistani soldiers, drawn from the elite 10th and 11th Corps, now stand shoulder to shoulder with Saudi forces, their weapons locked directly toward the Iranian border. The location is no accident. This base sits within breathing distance of the Strait of Hormuz, placing Pakistani jets and ground units right at Iran's doorstep, ready to strike or defend with ruthless efficiency. This is not mere posturing. Pakistan's most seasoned infantry and special forces, forged in years of brutal counterterrorism and cross-border operations, have poured into Saudi defense lines like concrete. Air defense specialists capable of setting lethal traps in the desert sands within seconds, along with mechanized armored units designed to paralyze enemy advances, have deployed in force. Yet the real terror for Tehran comes from the skies. 10-18 deadly JF-17, Thunderblock 3 and J-10C fighter jets. Technological predators equipped with advanced AESA radars now prowl the runways. These aircraft can detect Iranian movements deep inside enemy territory, blind incoming missiles with sophisticated electronic warfare suites, and destroy threats at long range with PL-15 air-to-air missiles. Behind them glide ZDK-03, AWACS early warning aircraft like giant unblinking eyes, while mid-air refueling tankers ensure the fight can rage for hours or days without interruption. A mutual defense pact signed in September 2025 between Riyadh and Islamabad binds the two nations. Any attack on one is an attack on both, triggering a NATO-style response that now carries the shadow of Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. Saudi Arabia brings its own formidable power to the alliance, with approximately 230,000 active personnel and more than 300 modern F-15, SAF-16, and Typhoon fighter jets. A multi-layered air defense umbrella of Patriot THAADs and other SAM systems scans the horizon relentlessly. United States forces integrate seamlessly into this shield with F-35 and F-15 squadrons, operating from Prince Sultan Air Base, alongside 3,000 to 4,000 American troops on Saudi soil. The result is a powerful trio of Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and the United States forming an unbreakable front that merges Saudi technological infrastructure with Pakistan's aggressive, uncompromising warrior mindset. While this coalition builds its strength, the United States Navy maintains total dominance at sea. Guided missile destroyers and the mighty USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group enforce the Hormuz blockade with relentless precision, stopping every vessel attempting to enter or exit Iranian waters. American warships and aircraft project overwhelming power across the critical choke point, turning Iranian threats of closing the strait into empty bluster. This naval iron fist complements the land and air buildup, creating a multi-domain trap that squeezes Tehran from every direction. And just when Tehran thought the pressure could not intensify further, the United States launched a joint offensive that sent shockwaves through the region. Over 500 targets inside Iran, neutralized in a single 24-hour period. Precision strikes hammered command nodes, missile launch sites, drone factories and logistics hubs that had fueled Iran's aggression against the Strait of Hormuz and its neighbors. American forces, working in seamless coordination with coalition partners, delivered a devastating blow that crippled Tehran's ability to coordinate attacks on Gulf shipping lanes and energy infrastructure. You can almost feel the ground shake and hear the thunder of explosions echoing across the desert as bunker-busting munitions and guided munitions rained down with surgical accuracy, turning years of Iranian preparations into smoking rubble. Iranian radar operators watched their screens go dark. Missile crews never even got the chance to fire. This lightning campaign did not just degrade capabilities, it delivered a clear message of American resolve, backed by overwhelming technological superiority and the unbreakable will of its sailors, pilots, and special operators. Imagine standing on the deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln as F-35s. Scream off the catapult into the night sky, knowing that every sortie supports the larger coalition effort to neutralize Iranian threats once and for all. Picture the tension in the Combat Information Center as real-time feeds show Pakistani JF-17S and Saudi F-15S linking up with American assets to create an impenetrable kill web over the Gulf. Feel the adrenaline as guided missile destroyers hold station at the entrances to the strait, their crews locked and loaded, ready to respond to any desperate Iranian speedboat swarm or mine-laying attempt in the narrow waters. This is not abstract strategy, it is raw, high-stakes warfare playing out in real time, where one wrong move by Tehran could ignite a full-scale confrontation that reshapes the entire Middle East. The integration is seamless and terrifying for Iran. Pakistani special forces harden Saudi ground defenses while their advanced fighters provide air cover that blinds and destroys Iranian assets from beyond visual range. American carrier aviation and surface ships dominate the maritime domain, enforcing the blockade that starves Iranian ports and protects global oil flows. The joint offensive that neutralized more than 500 targets in 24 hours demonstrated the coalition's ability to strike deep, fast, and hard, combining intelligence, precision munitions, and multi-domain coordination into a single devastating operation. Iranian generals in their underground bunkers now face a nightmare scenario: a nuclear-backed mutual defense pact. On their border, American naval power strangling their economy at sea, and a proven willingness to conduct massive precision strikes that dismantle their military infrastructure overnight. This convergence of forces has transformed the balance of power almost overnight. What began as Iranian aggression in the Strait of Hormuz has triggered a unified response that leaves Tehran facing superior conventional forces on land, unmatched air dominance above the Gulf, and total American control of the critical sea lanes. The shadow of Pakistan's nuclear deterrent adds a strategic dimension that no amount of Iranian proxy warfare or asymmetric swarm tactics can easily counter. Every Iranian speedboat captain, drone operator, or missile technician must now calculate the overwhelming retaliation that would follow any provocation against this growing alliance. The question hanging over the entire region is electric with tension. As American warships continue their relentless patrols and coalition aircraft maintain constant vigilance, one cannot help but wonder how far Tehran will push before the pressure becomes unbearable. The joint offensive that neutralized over 500 targets in 24 hours was not the end. It was a clear demonstration of what coordinated American and allied power can achieve when provoked. Folks listening right now, take a moment and put yourself in the heart of this unfolding drama, with U.S. Navy destroyers and the Abraham Lincoln enforcing the blockade, Pakistani and Saudi jets patrolling the skies in precision strikes, already hammering Iranian targets? Do you believe this massive coalition will finally force Iran to abandon its aggression and sue for a genuine ceasefire? Or will a cornered Tehran attempt one last desperate naval or missile gamble in the confined waters of Hormuz, risking even greater destruction? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Tell us whether you see American sea power combined with this surprise Gulf-Pakistan alliance as the decisive factor that ends the crisis, or whether we are heading toward an even more intense chapter of naval and air warfare. Share this report if you want more people to understand the real scale of the forces now aligned against Iranian threats. Hit like if you stand with the brave American sailors and airmen who are projecting strength and protecting global shipping lanes. Subscribe for the fastest, most detailed updates on every twist in this high-stakes confrontation. Your voice matters in this critical conversation. The blockade holds. The coalition strengthens by the hour. American resolve remains unbreakable. The pressure on Iran continues to mount. Stay tuned. This story is developing rapidly, and the world is watching every move on the chessboard of the Strait of Hormuz and beyond. Disclaimer: this video contains content generated or supported in whole or in part by artificial intelligence. This material is intended solely for simulation, illustration, and entertainment purposes. It does not represent real-world events, nor does it constitute political or military advice or verified information. Certain elements may be fictional, dramatized, or inaccurate. Viewers should not rely on this video as a credible source of information or as a basis for real-world decision-making.